Meantime, guess what? Interest rates are down for the last 3, 4 days at good levels. I mean, when you add interest rates, you're talking about it's gone down. I've been saying, let's get interest rates down. Nobody ever gets rich when the interest rates are high because people can't borrow money. Interest rates are going down. You know what else is going down? What have I been trying to get down?
Oil.
Energy. Energy's going down. I'd love to see energy go down. Energy is really what caused it. They screwed up my energy. I had the most energy and they screwed it up. Then they went back to it. It was going through the roof. They went back to some drilling, but it was gone. It was hopeless. It was lost. But energy's gone down and interest rates have gone up over the last week. That's a big thing. I love that. Meantime, guess what?
Hey, what's going on, bull runners? Welcome back to the channel. Imagine this. You wake up one day, check your crypto wallet, and you see XRP, the coin everyone's been sleeping on, has rocketed to $110 per coin. Sounds like a dream, right? Or what if a legendary trader, the guy who invented one of the most trusted tools in trading, says it's not just possible, it's destined to lead the market. Now hold that thought and picture this. Congress stepping in to shake up the rules, tearing down barriers that have held back crypto for years. But here's the mystery. While the doors are opening, a shadow looms. Can they really control the wild world of DeFi? This is the problem. Crypto's moving fast and most people are stuck guessing what's next. The solution, stick with me in this video because I'm breaking it all down. Simple, clear, no fluff. We've got XRP's jaw-dropping potential, a market legend's prediction, and Congress rewriting the game. And here's the urgency. The market doesn't wait. Every minute that you're not in the know, you're missing out on the moves that could change everything. And as a bonus, make sure you stick with me until the end. I'm going to give you a sneak peek into Altcoin Pro, our crypto university, where average everyday people are absolutely crushing it in crypto, whether we're in bull or bear market. So if you're like most people that you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the crypto markets and the crypto news like we do on this channel and bring that to you in a condensed manner, make sure you subscribe today. And if you're feeling bullish about this current bull run, let me know by commenting 777 down below. Plus today we'll be jumping over to X to find out all the breaking news that's happening right now in the crypto world. We will also be jumping into the XRP charts and taking a look at our next support and resistance coming up in the near future. We'll also take a look at our short-term and long-term momentum waves. And we'll be diving deeper into XRP price to $110. Bollinger Band's creator reveals why it will become a market leader. And we'll dive deeper into Congress repealing the IRS broker rule, but can it regulate DeFi? But first, let's take a look at the health of the overall crypto market over here on CoinMarketCap. Total crypto market cap is currently sitting at 2.76 trillion, so not much of a move yesterday. $46 billion worth of volume, hardly anything at all. Fear and Greed Index ticking up a little at 24. Yesterday it was sitting at 22. Last week it was at this level of 24. But the great news is, have we bottomed? Because we've definitely started to make a move to the upside. Back on March 10th, we were all the way down at 15. Altcoin season index still showing Bitcoin season, not even moving out of the orange yet. Once we break above the 25, we can start talking about getting back into altcoin season. We'll continue to follow this every day. Make sure you subscribe. And the continued sell-off in the ETF market did continue last week. Over $106 million sold off on Friday. But the great news is we can see it's starting to turn back to the upside. We've had nothing but outflows, a little bit of momentum, more outflows. We're starting to make it back up to that center line. Can't wait for us to get back into some major institutional buys and showing some inflows in the green. Despite this crazy sell-off on ETFs, historically, last week, 433 million sold. Last month, only 291. But in the last 3 months, we are still green, up $450 million. Top 5 trending coins currently on CoinMarketCap. Number 1 is TON. Number 2, Red. Number 3, NOT. Number 4, A8. And number 5, Jelly Jelly. Some big movers in the trending coins today. Top 5 coins by total market cap. We have Bitcoin coming in at number 1 at 1.6 trillion. Ethereum coming in at number 2 at 232 billion. Tether at 143 billion. XRP trying to take back that number 3 spot, currently sitting at 138 billion. only 100 billion away from taking the number 2 spot away from Ethereum. BNB coming in at 86 billion and Solana wrapping it up 68, nearly $69 billion. Jumping over to X to find out what's happening. One of the craziest stories that I found today was this right here. Exactly 129 days, a Bitcoin prophecy was born. If you have not heard this, you've got to absolutely listen to this.
April 15th, 2025. This is a huge date because it's the deadline for 2 high-paying tax credits that you probably haven't heard about, but you can still get if you take action right now. We've partnered with the relief consultants who are experts in the tax code who've recovered over $100 million for their clients so far. So if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, listen up so we can get you help and reach our goal of recovering $10 million for the Bull Runners community before the April 15th deadline. So here's how it works. If you're a business owner who had employees in 2021, then you qualify for an average $150,000 check from the Treasury and possibly more with the Employee Retention Credit Program. So if you were told in the past that you don't qualify, get a second opinion now through the link in the description below this video, because there are rules and regulations that have changed just recently. So there's a high likelihood that you do qualify now. And if you sold your business or you shut it down, you still qualify as long as you were active in 2021. So don't miss out. Schedule an appointment with the link below. Just click business owner with employees if it applies to you. There's also a second tax credit that also ends April 15th. So this is for the bull runners who are self-employed in 2021. So if you were a 1099, not W-2, and self-employment was your primary income, the Treasury check for this tax credit can go up to $32,220 with an average of $17,000. So if you were self-employed in 2021 and want to see if you haven't claimed this credit, which nobody has from our community thus far for some strange reason. We've been talking about this in several videos. I don't know, man. Maybe you just want the Treasury to keep your money. But if you want to get money back in your pocket, then schedule a consultation. Don't be lazy. Do this right now before April 15th through the link below. Just click self-employed if you think you qualify for both credits. Let the rep know on the call. And by the way, if you have your tax returns from 2020 and 2021 for this credit, it will be a faster turnaround for you. So have them ready on your call, and they can literally tell you if you qualify on your first call to get you paid. So if you need more money back in your pocket for this bull run, take action right now, click the link, and let's get you paid.
On November 5th of 2024, a guy named Josh Mandel, a legendary Wall Street trader, called his shot when Bitcoin was trading at 74,000. Why should you trust this guy on his judgment? Well, take a look at this. Josh Mann has been trading Bitcoin and MicroStrategy in public for the last year, and you can see all of his trades in his history down here. He originally seeded his portfolio with $2.1 million approximately a year ago. As of March 7th of 2025, it's already over $22 million. Huge success right there. But the craziest thing, on November 5th, he came out with a prophecy, and he posted this post on X. He says here, "I hope that I've established a little credibility with a few of you so that way this will help. This time is different. The fourth turning is upon us. Thursday, November 7th, January 16th, 2025, March 14th, 2025. When 84 becomes the base, Bitcoin calls will melt their face. This is how you get ahead. Buy IBIT calls in size instead. 10 to 1, you'll ride it up. The stock, it soars into the skies. Then sell the call and exercise. See the path of Pistol Pete. Try a slug, then repeat. Look every day at close and lows. When 84 is on the dot, the car will launch a real hole shot. Feel the G's, hear the roar. The coin won't stop, 360 more. A trio of fours, times a grand. That's the top, the BTC fades. This is how a cowboy trades. A nation state by the sea." Redo those last two parts. "This is how a cowboy trades. A nation state down by the sea. I think I'd call it empathy. No room for hate nor jealousy. Essentials, they would be on me. Work if you want, but just for fun. Think in the shade, play in the sun." So this is the riddle that he wrote on November 4th, 2024. And decoding the dates mentioned were November 7th, January 16th, and March 14th. And this could be specific points in time where the poster anticipates big moves or turning points in Bitcoin cycle. Let's see how he did. November 7th, 2024, Bitcoin was 74,000 and it was just beginning to break out. January 16th, Bitcoin was over 100,000, which marked the temporary local top. Then, yesterday, March 14th, or today in the post, the $84,000 base hit at the close of the day. It was 84,000, and that's what he calls the fourth turning. So literally to the day, it was $84,000. It wasn't 85, it wasn't 83. At the end of the candle, it was $84,000. And in the riddle, it says when 84 becomes the base, what happens next? 360 more, a trio of fours times a grand. This is likely referencing a move from 84,000 to around 444,000, because that's 3 fours, 444 times 1,000. The poem suggests that 444,000 is his ultimate top forecast for Bitcoin this cycle. This is obviously not financial advice, but do what you want with what you will. And when you go to Josh Mandel's actual site on X, you can see Josh Mandel. It's at Josh Mandel 6 to make sure you find the correct guy. He's got a Bitcoin station wagon here. He was at Solomon Brothers between 90 and 98. Bond portfolio analysis, government desk, long bond trader, derivatives, short-dated options trading head, Caxton Associates hedge fund. So the guy has credentials. And if you go into his post where he's talking about this back in November as well, it's really interesting because this Magoo PhD guy is throwing attacks at him, talking trash like this is never going to happen. And Magoo says, how about the end of March 2025? And Josh Mann said, I said I will pick the date and I choose mid-March, March 14th, 2025, Pi Day. Bitcoin is going to be $84,000. You set the wager, friend. And I had to post this one, dude. This is pretty funny here. When you've been in crypto for 5 years, now you've posted this one. This guy's sitting out here measuring with his fingers and chopping with his hatchet, just blood in the veins. And also, there's been this great video going around about XRP. Random Crypto Pal posted it back. This XRP video explains why market cap does not apply to XRP the way it does with most people thinking. And it also explains why XRP will reach $10,000 a coin.
Most people think XRP can't hit $10,000 because of market cap. Market cap doesn't apply to XRP the way you think. It's built for high-speed transactions, settling in 3 to 5 seconds. This means the same XRP can be reused up to 50 times per day. Moving $1 trillion daily needs just $20 billion in liquidity, not $1 trillion. Now, picture a tokenized global economy worth $1 to $2 quadrillion. If XRP handles just 10%, that's trillions in daily settlements. To support this, XRP's price must reach $10,000 or more. Here's another factor. XRP's circulating supply is limited to 53 billion tokens. For global liquidity, the price must be high enough to handle massive volumes. With institutions, CBDCs, and governments adopting XRP, demand will only grow. Here's why market cap doesn't matter. XRP's value isn't speculation. It's utility. It facilitates massive global transactions efficiently. The price must reflect this demand, not an arbitrary market cap calculation. The future is tokenized, and XRP is built for the next era of finance. Think XRP can hit $10,000? Drop XRP below.
And of course, one thing that everybody is waiting for is altcoin season, right? We had this potential altcoin season that was running in November. Then Pump Fund launched and everyone went crazy with just meme coins. But I'm talking about actual altcoin season, not just meme coin season. And it looks like it is getting near a resistance here. Bitcoin dominance is about to crash according to this descending triangle pattern that could be playing out. That doesn't mean Bitcoin is going to crash. It just means altcoins are going to move faster against the growth of Bitcoin. That's according to Mr. Crypto here. And obviously, we're really hoping that that does happen. And if we take a look here at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we can see we're currently at 61.58. But what's interesting about this on the weekly charts in the Heikinashi, there is a order block right here. And this is where it hit, right? October, and then we had the November drop into December. That's when we had the run on all of the coins against Bitcoin. Bitcoin's obviously been rallying against other altcoins lately, but it hasn't made the breakout to the upside. So that's really good news for us. We are looking to see this break back down to the downside. And when we switch to traditional candles, we can see there's 18 hours left in this weekly chart. Price would need to get back down here, or price, but percentage would need to get back down here below 60.76. So once we get to 60.75 again, we can start to drip that off to the downside, and then alts can rally against Bitcoin. And if you're not following our other account, Altcoin Pro, it's all at Altcoin Pro _. There was a great video here about Larry Fink lying about buying crypto.
True that you're building out a cryptocurrency capability? No. Don't your clients want crypto exposure? No, I don't believe any client has sought out crypto exposure. Really? Yes.
Is it time yet for BlackRock to either trade in digital assets or digital virtual currencies, if you prefer, or to create a product for your clients?
We're not hearing any demand from any of our clients.
It's not an institutional thing yet.
It's far from that. As I said, it's much more of a speculative platform for Asia, and it's heavily used for money laundering.
Just yesterday, we launched the iShares Bitcoin ETF. I'm very bullish on the long-term viability of Bitcoin.
I was going to say, did that surprise you?
That surprised me how much that.
As you know, I was a skeptic. I was a proud skeptic. My opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today.
So interesting change of scenarios there, right? Anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto changes to pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin. Also coming in, Uphold with a new post here. It is crazy how bullish Uphold is on XRP. They're always posting positive news about XRP. They were also one of the only exchanges to continue selling XRP through all of the trials and tribulations. But if XRP became the backbone of state-level financial transactions, would it revolutionize payments or face major resistance? And in one of the craziest posts I've seen on X, John Bollinger, the creator of Bollinger Bands, and we're going to deep dive into this, he says here, of all the major crypto vehicles, Ripple resisted the recent singing of the siren songs best. Will it become the new leader? XRP USD. So Bollinger Bands creator John Bollinger declares XRP to be the market leader in the crypto space. Analyst has a new target of $110 in a rather lengthy X post. Market expert Egrag Crypto went deep into analysis of the XRP price, basing his predictions on the Elliott wave structure. The crypto analyst confidently forecasted the XRP was heading towards a new $110 all-time high. This bullish target would represent a whopping 3,974% increase from its current price. Notably, Egrag Crypto shares 3 bullish targets for Wave 5, the final part of the Elliott wave structure. He forecasts that the altcoin could surge to $32, $48, $60, $70, $95, and then even $110. And this analyst has based his optimistic forecast on past cycle trends, where 2017 saw a major price rally for XRP. And in other news, Bollinger, the creator of Bollinger Bands, has highlighted XRP as his latest post, questioning whether it could take the leading role in the crypto market. The technical analyst asserts that Ripple has held up better than any other primary crypto vehicles. Considering its legal battles in the US versus the SEC and present regulatory challenges, Ripple continues to remain resilient, aiming to gain clarity during the final stages of the 5-year-long lawsuit. Meanwhile, the XRP price, which is currently trading at $2.40, has experienced a recent uptick, increasing by almost 4% the last day. And in other big news, Congress repeals the IRS broker rule, but can it regulate DeFi? On March 12th, the House Representatives voted to nullify a rule that required DeFi protocols to report gross proceeds to crypto sales, as well as info on taxpayers involved to the IRS. The rule, which the IRS issued in December of 2024, but wasn't set to take effect until 2027, was regarded a major industry lobby groups as burdensome and beyond the agency's authority. Privacy concerns over the IRS DeFi rule. The crypto industry was quick to laud the vote in the House. Martha Belcher, president of Filecoin Foundation, said that blocking the rule was particularly important for user privacy. She went on to say it's critical to protect people's ability to transact directly with each other via open source code like smart contracts and decentralized exchanges, while remaining anonymous in the same way that people can transact directly with each other using cash. Privacy concerns were central to the crypto industry's objections to the rule, with industry observers claiming that it was not a fit for purpose and infringed on user privacy. But how do you regulate DeFi? Well, the crypto space has long juggled user privacy demands and regulators' anti-money laundering known as Know Your Customer, KYC. One problem lies in the technology itself. If a network is created by many and controlled by no single entity, who can the government contact? Per Ramon, it's hard for a decentralized protocol that is controlled by nobody to issue 1099s or fulfill broker-dealer responsibilities. Companies can certainly be broker-dealers, but software has not been designed for broker-dealer rules. DeFi developers can and have been proactive in working with regulators. Chainalysis suggested, as with the case with certain protocols freezing funds after the disastrous $285 million KuCoin hack. Ramon suggested that the one possible solution could be zero-knowledge proof, which allows users to confirm certain data without revealing it. He is optimistic about regulators' ability to find a way to regulate the space while still maintaining user privacy. I think we'll see a positive sum environment where DeFi and compliance will coexist. The long-awaited crypto regulatory framework. The pro-crypto tenure of important financial regulators like the Securities and Exchange and the Commodity Futures Trading, CFTC, has dropped a number of high-profile enforcement cases against crypto firms. On February 10th, they paused the Binance case. On February 19th, the broker-dealer appeal. February 21st, Coinbase was dropped. February 23rd, Robinhood was dropped. February 25th, Uniswap was dropped. February 27th, Consensus was dropped. And on March 13th, the Senate Banking Committee approved the Genius Act. The Crypto Framework Bill, FIT 21, was first introduced in the 2024 legislative session, ultimately failing in the Senate. However, in February, House Financial Services Committee Chair French Hill said that he anticipated the bill could pass in the session with modest changes. But even if FIT 21 was passed soon, regulations for DeFi could be far off. The bill would exclude DeFi from the SEC and CFTC oversight, but it would also establish a working group to research 12 key areas related to DeFi. The study will seek to understand the risks and benefit of DeFi and will ultimately make regulatory recommendations. Jumping over to TradingView, take a look at what we've got in the charts. So a very, very important scenario is playing out here. On the weekly charts, we are still in the bullish strength here, which is very, very positive. We're above the zero line. We're in the green, showing bullish strength on the weekly. We have nearly zeroed out. We're at 1.396 on the weekly. And as you can see, we've got a pretty solid week this week to the upside. A green candle. We have 18 hours and 31 minutes left. When you're watching this, this will almost be over. And what ultimately we'd love to see is this weekly turn green and start to flip back up, as we saw here. For those of you new here that have not been following along with this session of charting here, as we can see, last time we zeroed out or nearly zeroed out on the shaft trend cycle. Once we started turning to the upside on the price action and our shaft trend cycle started making its move, when it finally got back up to the 100 level, that's when we moved from the 55 cent level all the way up to 292, had a small pullback, but ultimately got all the way to our new all-time high while riding at 100. Right now, we're essentially at zero, sitting at 1.39. After this weekly candle close, we would love to see this thing turn up a bit, maybe to the 5, 6, 7 level, and then continue that ride to the upside. This is the outlook for the higher time frame of the weekly chart. I did also see something in the daily charts that is actually standing out quite significantly. One thing, obviously, our shaft trend cycle has kicked to the upside. So we went from the level here was about an 8. We're already up to 35, looking bullish. We also have our long-term cycle down here turned up on its way back to the zero level. Again, same scenario here. On the long-term momentum daily, once it crossed over the zero line and we started getting back into bullish bull season instead of a bear market, we just rode this thing up and it absolutely exploded to the upside. So we've got some bullish signs here coming through on the daily, but we haven't broken through the zero line on the daily chart. So we're not officially bullish there. But if we look here quickly, 12-hour, we're about to cross that threshold. These next 24 to 48 hours are extremely important that we break up above this $2.50 level and claim this as a support. And jumping back to the daily, you'll see why. if we go back after our massive breakout, and then we had this crazy pullback in the charts on the daily charts from the $2.80 level, we rebounded all the way down and bounced off of our weekly spider line here to $1.90. We remember this drop right here. That was the creation of the symmetrical triangle pattern that is ultimately still yet to play out, the actual bull flag pattern. Okay, so we got this breakout to the upside, which did play out perfectly to that level right there, another weekly spider line right there at the $3.35 level. It's actually $3.40 for that all-time high. But regardless, that's not what I'm talking about right now. We have that support line of the symmetrical triangle, which has now become a resistance. As of yesterday's close of the candle, we resisted exactly off of that level. Now, we did also reject off of the 30 exponential moving average candle on the body. So tomorrow, we are still sloping upward on our shaft trend cycle positively. We need to break up above this. We need to break above the 50 exponential moving average. We need to break back above this trend line that was a support in our symmetrical triangle, because right now it may have flipped bearish on us because it's acting as a resistance. So we bust above that. Then we break above 250, claim that as a support, and we can move our way back up into that resistance level up here at $2.80. So to recap, we have a support level here at $1.90. If we were to drop again and break through this immediate support at 223, we could then see ourselves back at $1.90 again. However, showing some more bullish signs, we're waiting for the wolf pack to cross the zero line here. So we're not 100% sold on this yet, but if we can get 2 more days in a row of green candles to the upside, we will be looking very strong at this becoming a support again at 250, making its way back to 280, 290, $3 mark. If we take a look at a very smaller time frame, the 4-hour time frame, we can see that our shaft trend cycle has nearly reset down to zero. It's currently sitting at 625. So this could be turning up in the next 12 hours or so. We can also see that it bounced exactly off of that trend line. Even when you zoom in, you can see it's hit it once, twice, 3 times as support before breaking to the upside. Then it was a support here, and it lost support here, became support again, lost support. Now it is a rejection off of that level. However, we do have some decent signs of strength here on this lower time frame 4-hour. We are back in bullish territory above the zero line. We are also resetting on the shaft. So we're looking at this closing in the next 2 hours. So the good news is in the next 2 hours, this candle will be closed. This should be finished out to the bottom. If not, it'll be the next 4 hours. So in the next 8 hours or so, we will know that this thing starts to push back to the upside. So when you're watching this in the morning, you will already have confirmation that we broke above 250 or we're on our way back potentially to $2.24 to retest. Because remember, we talked about that. We were going to be breaking off. Once we break above this 223, it may run all the way to 250, come back and retest and make its move up. Unfortunately, it did not make it to 250 because of this trend line coming in as a resistance now. Bullish on the 4-hour. And as we take a look here on the 1-hour chart, we'll get even lower. We can see we broke above the zero line, and it was just barely getting volume above that zero line. So it wasn't doing anything spectacular like we had here. But the positive news is that whole entire time we were above the zero line on the wolf pack and the 1-hour chart, it continued to push to higher highs. Right now, we are literally testing that zero line exactly at this moment. We need to see a turn back to the upside. On the 1-hour chart, shaft trend cycle, we are at zero right now. So we're ready for another move to the upside. We've got strong support here on the hourly, bouncing off the 50 exponential moving average. We're about to break back above the 10 exponential moving average. Then it'll be able to make its way back up to this line here, which is actually the 1100 exponential moving average. On the 1-hour, it's sitting at $2.43. We're more than likely going to be seeing a return of that there tonight. So tomorrow morning, you'll know that it got to 243. But really, we need it to push all the way back up to 250 for our next level.
Hey, bull runners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and it's currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers.